Aloha. Aloha Sunday from Maui. There's the roosters. If you've been to Hawaii, you know. Or Mexico. Anywhere but the mainland, really. You don't see them wandering around towns and cities that much. But you sure do here. I love it. Because I get up early. I'm just rambling here because I know sometimes it takes a few for people to get on. And if you're watching the replay, hey Mike, I for some reason can't see if I can bring you up. Should I try? Give me a heart, because for some reason I don't see the comments, but I might see a heart if I can bring you up. And if not, we'll do it later. But I'm just coming on because I really wanted to welcome our new members. We have quite a few. I'm Janice. I'm in Maui full-time, but I travel a lot. So I'm really a nomad, a remote worker. My husband and I have been doing that for years, ever since we left our beautiful lavender farm. So aloha to you, our new members, and thank you for coming into our group to check it out. This is a place where we really share about the art. And yes, it's an art, because you have to get creative. The art of living joyfully. Aloha, Fred. And it's way better to live joyfully, and it's really better for your well-being too. So we offer a lot of healthy tips in here, and if you're having issues with anything, like your heart, for example, and Mike is a great testimonial. Search heart in this group. Mike's story will come up, as well as many other amazing testimonials to what happens when you address deficiencies, stress, and toxins. Everything in your life changes. I know it did for me. I tell my story a lot in here. I've released over 100 pounds, got my health and well-being back, my clarity, my mental well-being, and my joy. And I thrive on helping others do the same. If you're interested, schedule with me at theartoflivingjoyfully.com, and I'll share with you how you can participate in this amazing Ohana that we have, this amazing teamily, this amazing family of people that really are seeking and searching for ways to be their best. To live their best life, right? To show up every day so that they can be present for themselves. I show up for me. I know it seems like I share a lot for everybody, and yes, I'm trying to make a difference and help others for sure. But guess what? When I help others, I help me. It's kind of like the same premise of people who go to AA or Al-Anon or all of that. When we show up for ourselves, everything is just better. You are your greatest investment. When I realized that and put all of my focus on how I could be the best version of Janice, everything in my life changed. Now, people say, why isn't it changing fast enough? Haven't we learned that time is really irrelevant? It's a linear mortal concept, and I really strive to live in the vision of where I'm going and who I am and what I want to be. Because guys, we are all of us, so loved, so cared for, so protected, so important. Every single one of us, our message is so important. So if your mission, you came here with a purpose, my friends, and if you're not taking care of this earth vehicle that you have so you can ride this ride the best way, right? And sometimes it's not always fast, sometimes it's not always smooth. But if you don't have a good vehicle, we know what it's like to live in an old car. As technology advances, things advance, thought advances, consciousness lifts us up when we tune in, right? So that's what this group is about. High frequency living, tuning in, being a part of a community, because loneliness and isolation is a critical global pandemic. People are lonely. They're hungry for connection and community. This space, this community, I almost got hit. Ha! Car going very fast. I'm telling you, the drivers here in Maui are really the scariest. Anywho, each one of us has a purpose, and if you're not taking care of your vehicle, it's going to break down and it's not going to get you where you need to go. So I love supporting people and living their dreams. I've been doing it for years. Even at my lavender farm, every day people would show up. You're living my dreams. Oh my gosh, I want to have a lavender farm. And I'd say, don't give up. And then when I lost it after my accident, I couldn't even tell myself to not give up because I gave up and I put on 100 pounds of depression, fat, and toxins. It's hard to get that stuff off when you don't have a real life solution. And I am so grateful for Isogenics. It has really been the platform that has given me such a well-being road to travel on. And I love it because it's adaptogens and nootropics. Hey, hybrid electric bus, which by the way, we have a great public transit here in Maui. Just an FYI. But I'm just saying, when you take care of these things and you address them, your vehicle, just like your Lamborghini or your Rolls Royce or your Bentley, that's what I always thought was cool, or your Jaguar or whatever, and believe me, if you have a Jaguar, you need the bucks. These things are gonna really run smoothly. They're gonna get you where you need to go and with the energy that you need to get there and to have fun along the way. So if you take care of the vehicle, and I am just loving it. I cannot tell you, I feel like a teenager. Every day I feel better and better. With intention, things can improve. And if you saw me just 8, 9, 10 years ago, you wouldn't believe it. It's like a whole new me. I know Mike knows. He's my first customer and a longtime friend. Knew me before I even got well. And he can tell you, I'm a completely different person. Hey Liz, happy Sunday, aloha. I'm out taking a walk in the hood. It's a absolutely stunning day today. No fog. I know in one video I talked about the fog, which is like fog, but it comes from the volcano on the Big Island, which is just over that way. I mean, it's like not that far. People, some people, crazy people, paddle there on their outriggers. But no, not me. But anywho, it's not that far, and the fog comes over, and it can make it kind of foggy in a weird way because it's not moist or wet, because it's very dry. And it just, even though it is a wet island, some of it, it just, the fog is dry and sometimes feels like it has particles, so it's not pleasant. And it's the first time in all these years I've lived here, like last week or the week before, it wasn't that great. Finally, this last couple of weeks, it's just gone, it's lifted. So I think it's still going off over there, but it's always kind of going off and on there. This was a particularly big one. But I love the sun. I have been a sun worshiper. Meaning I'm always looking to be in the sun. I'm in a better mood. I feel better. I have that thing called sad. I absolutely do. I've just noticed it too many times in my life where if I'm in a gray environment, it's not really about the cold, even though I don't like it cold. It's the color. And after so many days of that gray color, I get really down. So I know if I'm going to be in that, I have to really up my nutrition. Watch my sugar intake, for example. Now, one thing I really like about my system is I've never felt deprived all this time. And maybe that's why it took me a little longer than most, but it's got to be your own journey. But I don't like to feel deprived. And if it was a party and I was out and they were having cupcakes, I was going to have a cupcake. Because, you know, years ago, I tried the sugar-free, gluten-free, this-free, dairy-free, vegan, vegetarian. I've tried it all. And I found when I just wasn't in the flow of what I knew my body needed at the time, and I was rigid with rules like that, it didn't work. It would do it for a little bit, but it wasn't sustainable. What has been sustainable is our system. And I love it. It's a system, a nutritionally supported system with intermittent fasting. And I've released over 100 pounds, and I love it. And I've helped many people. Search the group. It's so much fun. If you want to feel better, gain weight or lose, because it's not a diet. And I never felt hungry. And I have lots of tips I can share on that one. So if you're really looking, I mean, you're serious about a lasting solution to give you the energy, the mobility, and the clarity to do what you want, you're in the right group, because this group is full of people that are benefiting and also searching and looking for ways to feel better. So I highly recommend it. My best seller is our Marine Collagen Elixir. I've been taking it every day since it came out. I can highly attest to it for my skin and hair. No more psoriasis, no more rashes, no more MRSA from my skin infections, no more hair falling out. I love it. And when you think about bone density and menopause, you've got to really support your bone density. And I have clients that have reported back their bone density has gotten better. I've never had mine checked, but I've heard from multiple people that that's a great result and relief for them. So I love it. But of course, my very favorite product, and I say it all the time, is anything with our adaptogens, our adaptogen elixir, our Ionic Supreme, because stress darn near killed us. And we've got to address the stress. And adaptogens are plants that help us do that. I mentioned earlier I had a lavender farm. Lavender's an adaptogen. So I've been teaching about plant wellness. Hey, Erica, aloha. And the power of plants to help us heal, natural solutions. I just ran into a friend, sadly, that I've been talking to for 2 years who continues to get bigger in his belly, real visceral fat. And I've been really working with him. I even offered to help him on a 30-day system. And I saw him the other day, and he had chosen to go on Ozempic the last 2 months, and he hated it. And he was trying to wean himself off, and his face looked really gaunt. And I'm just like, oh my God, if I can help one person not do that, there are perfectly natural ways that will support your beautiful body that has the ability to heal. So I'd love to chat with you. You should schedule with me at theartoflivingjoyfully.com. If you're new to the group, welcome. If you have questions, reach out. We have some chats in here. They're not very active, but if they get active, great. And I'd love to connect with you and just kind of fill you in on some ideas so that when you're thinking about how can I take better care of myself, how can I feel more confident, how can I go on a walk without just really being sore after? And trust me, that was a big one for me. I got keywords: protein, and so many more. And I'm learning so much about creatine, and there's a lot of great information in the group. Please search if you're looking things for sugar or for recipes or for NAD or our Pure Plant vitamins, the naturally sourced vitamins, the biggest upgrade in vitamins in 120 years. 120 years, guys. These are incredible. And we have a really cool pack called our Biohack Pack, which is our Pure Plant and our NAD. Highly recommend. So reach out to the person who added you here. Reach out to me. And let's help you feel your best so you can get out on this Sunday, beautiful day, wherever you are. Monday, if you're in Australia or Germany. Because we've got some Australians and Germans. Yay! And super excited for everything that's going on because the sky's the limit. We create it, man. We are artists. That's why I call it the art of joyful living. It's a choice. And I grew up with a mom who was an art broker and always into art everywhere. Around creatives all my life. My great-grandfather was a very creative, famous artist. I told his story at the farm for years. William Posey Silva. Really the father of plein air painting. The first to be out there doing it and leading people outside to paint what they saw outside. I love it. We did a lot of that at the lavender farm. So I love artists and creatives and people that are healers that give of themselves. And they often forget to take care of themselves, or they pick up empathetically on things and they just need the support that beautiful adaptogens and nootropics, electrolytes and protein, all these things can make a big difference. I'd love to share. So welcome to the group. Thank you for popping on, and aloha from Maui.